Hi, I'm Christy Whitman, author of The Art of Having It All, and you're watching The Quantum Success Show, where you can get your information and inspiration to create your desires. So in this episode, we're going to explore your allowing meter. How to open and reset your allowing meter. Once a desire has been born within us, there's only two basic positions that we can take in relationship to that desire. We can resist the manifestation into our lives, or we can allow it, and therefore magnetize it into being. Allowing is our natural state. It's the way we were all born when we enter the world. Pliable, receptive, deserving, and really open to every possible expression of well-being, abundance, and joy. In this free, unobstructed state, our body-mind system is in direct communication and communion with the unlimited energy and inspiration of the universe. It flows through us like water rushes through an open pipe. Resistance, on the other hand, is a conditioned response, a pattern of thinking, of feeling, and behaving, which can also become so habitual that it sometimes seems to occur as an automatic reflex. Resistance is rooted in a belief in insufficiency and fear of lack. It's the act of steeling ourselves against dangers, real or imagined, all the while justifying our really defensive stance. And ironically, the more energy we expend to make the case that our guardedness is necessary, the more things we draw into our experience to guard ourselves against. While it's true that the universe is infinitely abundant, it's also true that we can only receive as much of that abundance as we're willing to allow, and we are the ones that determines that or not. Marianne Williamson, amazing internationally acclaimed spiritual teacher, explains that from a spiritual perspective, having and being are the same thing. You can have whatever you allow yourself to be. And what Albert Einstein suggested, that the most important decision we make is whether we will live in a friendly or a hostile universe. He was really suggesting that what we determine to be true for ourselves is what we will experience. The good news is that you never need to wonder whether you are in a state of allowing and magnetizing towards you, or a state of resisting, pushing away from you in relationship to your having your all. Because as with all things, your emotions are your guides. Resistance always brings with a feeling of constriction. Like physically, your stomach may feel tight, your breathing becomes shallow, your jaw, your shoulders tense. Mentally, your thoughts tend to revolve around conditions and constraints, considerations, problems, limitations. Emotionally, you might feel stressed out, discouraged, fearful, doubtful, otherwise just really not at ease. Anytime you're experiencing these lower level, and notice here I'm not calling them negative emotions. They're not bad emotions, because all of our emotions exist to guide us. But when we're feeling lower level emotions, you're in resistance. These emotions arise in us for the purpose of informing us and letting us know that we are off course, or that we need to pay attention to something, because the vibration we're sending out is not in alignment with the current evolution of our own desires. When the situation we find ourselves in opposes what we want or we're holding dear, we instinctively render this discord in our bodies as restriction of freedom. The essence of who we are is limitless and unbounded. And where something manifests into our experience that's contrary to this, our high, fast-moving thoughts and feelings grind to a screeching halt. In an attempt to get ourselves back into alignment, many of us make grave errors in perception. We blame our discomfort on something or someone else outside of ourselves, and then focus our attention in trying to change that external condition in order to feel better within ourselves. Although we rarely realize at the moment that we're doing it, anytime we take a stand against what's happening in our moment, we actually become energetic proponents of the very conditions we want to change. Remember, what we focus upon expands. So anytime we're in resistance, and whether it's justifiable or not, we're literally repelling the manifestation of our desires. Instead of using the powerful law of attraction to our benefit, we're using it against ourselves by magnetizing more of what we don't want, or what we don't want to do. Because resistant thoughts and feelings move at much slower, lower frequency than allowing an expansive nature of our desires, they temporarily obstruct the flow of abundance to our body-mind system, like a blockage in a pipe. That's why they're so painful to feel. In those moments when our outer experience is not a match to our inner desires, what's called for is not resistance, but acceptance. In everyday terms, if you're driving along and realize that you took a wrong turn, way out of your destination, you first have to soften your thinking and accept what's happened. In other words, you have to slow down the momentum before you can turn around. It's as simple as saying to yourself, okay, so I made a wrong turn, so what? Rather than fighting against what's already happened in the past, we yield to and harmonize with the energy of what's happening now. The moment we accept ourselves and our situation exactly as it is, we feel a sense of relief. Acceptance of what is right now in the moment is the only doorway through which a bigger and brighter future can emerge. When we're trying to make what's happening different than it is, we're shooting on ourselves, others, or even the universe. Or when we're attached to creating a certain outcome according to our own timelines and ideas, we actually become an obstruction to our own forward progress. So acceptance is the key to releasing the grip of resistance and the first step towards creating a turnaround in any area of life where we're manifesting conditions other than those that we desire. Rather than struggling against what's happening in the moment, which Deepak Chopra notes in the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success is like struggling against the entire universe, we yield to the energy of our resistance by allowing ourselves to feel fully. Just in case you weren't sure, this is not what most of us do when we hit with a whoosh of anger, or disappointment, or shame, or fear, or any other lower level emotion. What most people do, because this is the way most of us were trained, is to do about anything to avoid feeling uncomfortable feelings when they arise. I mean, think about it. Throughout your early childhood conditioning, how many times did you hear things like, stop crying, or I'll give you something to cry about, or, don't speak to me in that tone of voice, or there's nothing to be afraid of. In essence, the message most of us received is that it's not okay to feel our emotions, and therefore, it's not okay to feel ourselves. So we learned early on to do whatever we needed to suppress, ignore, distance ourselves from our feelings and ourselves. To the extent that we do not have access to our feelings, we remain powerless to change them and to be informed by them. Avoiding or suppressing our lower level emotions may seem like a quick fix solution, but in reality, it only invites them to persist. If you doubt this, just think back to the last time you tried to not feel sad or angry or afraid, and you'll realize that resistance simply didn't work. We were meant to feel the full range of our emotions. They are our most powerful and insightful guides. If instead of trying to change the way we feel by numbing or distracting ourselves, we actually allow ourselves to feel and process them fully, in the moment when they arise, without labeling them or explaining them or describing them, justifying them or even judging them, what happens is they dissipate on their own volition, and we experience a true and genuine release from that lower emotional state. What is left in the space of that negative emotion is ease and neutrality and relief. And from that more centered state of being, we're once and again to be in a position to begin building momentum towards what we do desire, rather than squandering our energy on complaining about what's not. By becoming present to what we are feeling, we take back some of our power to deliberately feel the way we want to. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how this information has impacted you. Let's continue the conversation. It's important. And as always, if you haven't already done so, please go to ChristyWhitman.com and join the family. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and family. And please remember, the universe is friendly and is always working for you. It's always supporting you in what you're asking for. And you ask by your energy and your vibration that you send out. You can have your it and your all. Start looking for your own having it all moments and be sure to share them below. Have a fantastic week. And the book is ready. You can purchase it now.
I am the artist of my painting. I am the driver of my car. I am the director of my play. And baby, I'm the star.
Are you ready to have it all? When you pre-order your copy of The Art of Having It All today, not only will you get instant access to the digital ebook version that you can read right now, but you'll also get access to over 102 other celebrity interviews where they share their secrets on how they created a life of having it all. Click the link below to discover how you can start having it all right now.